Hi besties. Okay, so I thought I would do a little day in my life vlog today. And I'm about to put on makeup. And I wanted to show you. Oh, I have cat hair in my mouth. Oh yeah, I cut my hair and got it highlighted. If you don't follow me on TikTok or Instagram, this might be a shock to you. I'm absolutely loving it. But I wanted to put on some makeup and show you like how I've been wearing my makeup lately because I'm obsessed. I'm just gonna put some eye drops in because I haven't been sleeping very well and my eyes are kind of bloodshot. I've been having a rough couple of weeks because I just feel super unregulated. Like since we got back on from our trip, being like out of my routine is just really disruptive to me. Like when I come back to it, it's always like really hard. And I feel this like with holidays, like with vacations, like anything that just disrupts the normal like flow of my life, I can never just like go right back into it. And it's not like oh, you know, it's like that the normal like, oh, it's so hard to get back after Christmas, you know, or after a vacation. Like it's like so much more than that. I feel like completely out of my body and like I don't feel grounded and I don't feel like, oh, it's just so dysregulating. I can't even explain it. So I was feeling that after we got back from our trip, which is not unusual for me, and like I kind of expect it. And so I usually kind of do a lot of like, you know, different things that kind of ground me, but I haven't been able to do that. My sleep has just been so messed up since we got back. So I'm just not sleeping very well, and then Ted's had to go out of town like 3 times since we've gotten back, and that can just be really dysregulating. And we're going to the Outer Banks on Sunday, which I'm really excited for, but I just don't feel like ready physically to like up and leave again before I'm back mentally. I've literally just had like a pit in my stomach for days. I just like can't, like it's like I'm nauseous. I'm just like, my anxiety and OCD is just so high right now. And I keep trying to like take a deep breath to like and like release it, and I can't release it. We're gonna run some errands today, try and have a good day. Oh, I forgot to mention, and in the middle of all of this, both of the cats got sick with like giardia. So they've been like having diarrhea, and they're fine now, but like because Ted was gone, I had to like deal with all of it by myself. And I always just like, nothing makes me spiral faster than like one of the cats being sick and then both being sick. Oh my god. You know, I just felt like I wasn't doing a good job of like taking care of them and myself. Just a lot of like guilt and that kind of stuff. Anyway, we're going to run some errands. I need to go to my mailbox, and then it's my brother's birthday this week, so I want to get him a gift, and I need to get some more books for our trip. And so we're gonna stop at like a little boutique and then the local bookstore, and yeah, I'm just gonna take you guys along with me. Also having dinner with my brother and his wife tonight. I just really envy people sometimes that like don't have to work as hard to feel normal. Anyway, I got a little sample of this Benefit brow setter and I kind of like it. It does like absolutely glue, like it's like gel, but it doesn't like brush them up as much when you're using it. It's like very liquidy, but it does dry like absolutely hard. And so I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of been having fun with it. I don't like it as much as my Refi, but I do like it. But I did get this new Makeup by Mario, the Soft Sculpt Perfector. It's basically just like a sheer bronzer. There's a freaking brush hair in it, whatever. But I really like it because it's really sheer. And I don't like heavy makeup or anything. Just like a natural. And it does give like a natural bronze. See? Pretty. Really, what I'm dying to show you guys is the eye makeup, because I have not been wearing mascara for like 2 weeks because I just like, I don't know, I'm just like sick of it. I'm sick of it. I hate like taking it off. I hate like worrying about like if it's smudging. So I've just been like not using it lately, which I didn't think I would like, because I feel like I've just always been like, I can't wear makeup and not wear mascara. Like, it looks unfinished. But I've been doing it a certain way that it looks so good, I think. I've been using the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. And what I do is I take a fluffy brush and I take these two browns here. And I just kind of mix them together, like haphazardly. And that goes all over the lid and into my crease. And it's just, you can use like a bronzer or whatever, but just something that like is a little bit more definition for my eyes without being too full on. So we got that. So you can see just a little something. It looks better in person, but whatever. Okay, then what I do, because I'm not gonna wear mascara, I'm like, well, we need to like define the eyelashes. So then I take this dark brown and I take a flat, what's it called? Angled brush. What the hell's Ted doing? And I just press it onto the lash line, but I don't take it all the way in. I take it like on the, like from my pupil out. And I just like press. And I do like a little flick sometimes. And we're not doing like a super defined like wing or anything. Like, this is just to create like a thickness at the lash line. See? And then I'll take a little like pencil brush. I just kind of soften it, because it's really not about like the actual eyeshadow. It's just about like creating a thickness and definition around the lash line. Okay, so then once that's done, you can see it just like gave like life to my eyes. And then I just curl the lashes. Like, honestly, are you missing the mascara? No! Okay, now I have to get dressed because I've been doing on TikTok 30 days of outfits, and then today's day 7. And I'm already regretting it because it's just so hard to pick an outfit every day. I don't know how these people do it. Like, they must have like endless clothes, where like I feel like I have a lot of clothes, but I just hate them all. I just wear like the same thing every day, and I'm like, well, I gotta make this interesting, but I just want to wear the same thing every day. So sue me. Okay, so I didn't end up running all of the errands that I meant to do today, because after I started filming and getting ready to leave the house, I had like a anxiety attack, and I just felt like completely paralyzed, and I was like, felt like an elephant was on my chest, like the whole 9. Like, I'm really having a hard time these past couple days, and I had to take some of my anxiety medication, you know, which I try not to do very often. I usually only take it for like flights, but I've really just been like trying to feel better these past couple days, and I just felt like I just needed a break, and I'm feeling a lot better right now. Like, it's, modern medicine is just amazing. So I'll show you my outfit that I ended up doing for the TikTok. Oh my god, this is not a wide angle lens, so I have to be really far back, but I'm just wearing my favorite jeans, my new swim bathing suit that also doubles as a bodysuit, and my trusty oversized shirt. I did end up feeling better enough to go to my mailbox, which was good because I had some important things waiting there for me, and we stopped at Trader Joe's, and now we're back home. And now I'm going to make something really fun, because one of the things that was waiting for me at my mailbox is our place's new cast iron skillet. Look at this color. I am obsessed with it. It's so cute. So I'm partnering with our place for this little segment, and we're gonna make something really fun. I was like trying to decide what to make, and I felt like I really wanted something like fun. I love to bake, you know, just something like a little bit comforting. And so I've decided, I was inspired by like the color of this, and I'm gonna make a blueberry cobbler. I've never made one of those before, so this could be good or this could be bad, but let's find out together. But first let me show you like all these little components. It's so cute and thoughtful. Just like any cast iron, it can go from the stovetop into the oven. It's already pre-seasoned, so you don't need to season it, which we love because I can be kind of like intimidated by a cast iron skillet. Like I have one and I just don't use it that often because it just feels like so professional, but this feels like a lot more user-friendly. Comes with the spatula as always that just attaches right here. So you've got like a silicone grip for the handle. And then you also get a silicone grip for the long handle here, and you just kind of slide that on so that when you're like cooking on the stove top, you don't have to grab like a pot holder or anything to handle it. They have these presses, which I'm really excited about. So like, you know, when you're like cooking a steak or a burger or something like in the pan and it starts like curling up and you want to give it like that good sear. So this is like a heavy kind of press that you can put on it. So I'm excited to use that. Obviously I'm not going to use it for the cobbler, but it's just really good to have. Weirdly, I'm also, this is just by chance, I'm drinking out of my Our Place glasses and it just completely matches the whole vibe. So let's get started on the cobbler. I need to pull out the recipe, but it looks so easy. So now we're going to melt a stick of butter and 1.5 cups of sugar in the cast iron. I'm excited if this turns out because I started a strawberry patch in my garden. If I ever like have a lot of berries, maybe I can make a strawberry cobbler. So we'll get that butter melting and then I'll get the sugar. 1.5. Also, I need to show you something so exciting. This is a cucumber that I grew. It's so small. I'm letting them get bigger, but this one started like kind of the way it was hanging, it got like heavy and was breaking off the vine. So I was like, well, I don't want it to like fall off and then get eaten by like squirrels or whatever. So I just pulled it off and I'm like, I hope it tastes good. It feels like a good cucumber. It's just not like as big as I'd like, but like this is the first thing ever that I grew from seed that I'm gonna eat. Can you literally believe this? And I'm gonna measure 2 cups of blueberries. I'm really excited. I don't even know if I've ever had blueberry cobbler. Look how pretty this looks with the purple pan. Give that a couple seconds and then I'll prep the batter. Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to add a little bit of lemon zest. Yeah, that looks about right. All right. Oh my God, I already messed up. This is why you need to read instructions before you just start doing it. So the sugar was supposed to be divided and it was supposed to end up in the batter. I was supposed to only do 1/2 cup of sugar in this and then the other cup in the batter. But like if it's all ending up in the same place, maybe it'll work out. Okay, so blueberries are looking good. So the batter is, you're supposed to use, it calls for self-rising flour, but I don't have that, so I just did all-purpose with some baking powder and salt. It says to just pour that on. I'm just gonna like mix it around since the sugar wasn't mixed into the batter. I'm scared. I think the color might be a little off because it doesn't call for like mixing the batter. You're just kind of supposed to like pour it over, it says. And so it's probably gonna be like blue. But who doesn't like blue? Okay, fingers crossed on that. I think whatever it comes out as, it's gonna taste good. I mean, all the ingredients are there. But I feel especially cool because I was on TikTok and I follow Lizzo, obviously, don't we all? And she was like cooking breakfast and she was cooking with her Our Place pans. And I'm like, her and I were just like connected. But I don't blame her. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Our Place. They put a lot of thought in all of their materials that they source and the packaging that they ship in. It's just a great company overall. I just really believe in their ethos, and on top of that, I just absolutely love their products and use them literally every single day. So let's check back in 40 minutes and hopefully we'll have something resembling a blueberry cobbler. Okay, the timer's about to go off and I'm scared. Preface this that like this is not a cooking channel or a baking channel, okay? If you're here for, my pants are unbuttoned, if you are here for beautiful presentation, expert level execution, you have not gone to the right place, because this is what we're looking like. Honestly, it smells amazing and it matches it looks darker on camera, but it is like a dark navy with the pan. Absolutely iconic. So we're gonna let that, it smells absolutely amazing. So we're gonna let that cool for just a little. Ted's running some errands, so I'm gonna wait. Once he gets back, we'll dig in. I also got, it said it was really good with ice cream, so we were at Trader Joe's. I got this wild berry cheesecake ice cream. I mean, how could this not be amazing with it? It smells so good. And honestly, the consistency looks right. I think the only thing is that like, if I didn't have to mix the batter, it would have just been like yellow with the blueberries kind of like swirled in. So only difference is that it's all mixed together. Okay, Ted is finally home. So now we can test the peach cobbler, or sorry, blueberry cobbler. All right, so this is what it looks like. Honestly, it looks a lot better than it did earlier. It just kind of looks like a blue cake, but then so you just scoop it out. Oh my God, the crispy ends. Okay. Just a little pre-dinner snack. Moment of truth. That's what I always say before I taste. Moment of truth. Shut up.
Hey, don't be mean to yourself. What the hell?
This is really good.
Yeah? You
Yeah.
did it?
It's really good.
What did you make?
Try it.
Alright.
It's like a blueberry Pop-Tart Pizookie.
A blueberry Pop-Tart Pizookie.
That's what I said.
Okay.
It's a compliment.
That's really good. Thumbs up. Garden update. We got some good things and we got some bad things. Herb garden is absolutely doing amazing. Over here we've got corn. We've got my potatoes are sprouting. Look how long my watermelon's getting. And look, we've got a tiny little watermelon. So here's what's bad, is that I've got 2 lettuce and root vegetable beds and they're not doing great because these little freaking birdies keep eating my seeds before they germinate, or they're eating my little sprouts. when we get back from the Outer Banks, I'm going to buy some bird like netting and cover them and plant like some new seeds so that they can't freaking attack them. Like, look at this. None of my romaine sprouted. I planted them twice. Carrots are doing okay, but look, they're eating them like all around. They're eating like, look at this. Look at my radishes. Just destroying them. Not to mention, so this is my tomato bed and this is my pepper bed. Tomatoes and peppers need to be like 80 degrees. The soil needs to be like at least 80 degrees for them to germinate, okay? And it was like a little bit, it was like in the 70s for a while. So I waited 2.5 weeks for everything to warm up enough for them to sprout. And wouldn't you know, they started sprouting and immediately eaten. It's so hard to see, but there's other ones sprouted too. Eaten. Just like, how dare you? Thankfully I think these are Roma tomatoes, but then my other tomatoes sprouted, immediately eaten. I'm gonna absolutely flip. Same thing happened with my watermelon. One survived, they left one alone. Once they're like established, they don't really bother, but like, and before that, so rude. Anyway, my strawberry patch is looking good. There's no strawberries because I just pruned them. We've got squash and zucchini over here. Look how many tomatoes we're getting. Look at these tomatoes. We've got tomatoes back there. We've got tomatoes up here. And then these are the rest of my cucumbers. I only have 2 other ones. They haven't flowered since, so I don't know. I have fertilized them, but they don't look like they've clearly had some bugs and like some pests. But look at these, okay? This is like my prize. Look at these beans. They are growing like weeds, just completely wrapping around. It's so cool. And then I planted even more. Look at these cucumbers. Like, look how big these leaves are, and they're doing great. So I've confidence that like with this better soil and like situation that these cucumbers are gonna, because like look at the size of this, is the literal same seeds. Look at this compared to these, and these have been growing for so long. So like I can't even imagine what these cucumbers are gonna be like. Oh my god, I have 50 bug bites on my legs already. So yeah, some things doing great, some things aren't. I gotta like kind of rectify the situation, but I don't have time to do that right now. So I'll do it when we get back. But how annoying is that? Can you believe it? I'm like, I just want everything to be popping off at the same time. And it's completely rude. Okay, so I know, oh God. I know a day in my life was supposed to be yesterday, but then the day in my life turned a little bit chaotic because after that last clip, the sun is so bright on my face right now. After that last clip, God, the primaries were yesterday, and you know, we're a big voting household. It's very important to us, and we went to do our mail-in ballots, and we saw that we didn't, for some reason, just didn't check the name on the ballots, because like it was just in our mailbox, but it was not our ballots, somebody else's name. So we're literally getting ready to go to dinner with my brother for his birthday, and we had to run out to the polling place to vote. And so then we were like 20 minutes late for dinner, but no big deal, we voted. And yeah, so it was just a lot of running around, then dinner, and then by the time I got back, Ted went somewhere and I left my camera in the car and I couldn't vlog. But anyway, I had therapy today, and I had to do like a Zoom meeting, and we had to drop the cats off at the vet because I told you they were like having diarrhea and they just needed like a checkup, but they're all good. I just got the phone call that you know, they seem to like maybe have a little bug, but it's past, nothing serious. So I'm glad, because I always get nervous going out of town if they're not like 100%. And it seems like they're fine. But I've been like, I needed to do like a grounding. Like my anxiety's just been so high. Like I just like couldn't leave my house yesterday. I had to take my anxiety medication. Like it was so bad. Like I was like shaking from just like all of the adrenaline, and I slept like shit because I don't know, like if you have just like general anxiety and it's really bad, like it'll just disrupt your sleep. Like I'm like so tired, I'll be drifting off to sleep and I just go like like, you know, the like like you're falling or something, just like a surge of adrenaline, and it just wakes me up. I'm very tired today, but I need to just do some like grounding, and I thought like what better way to do grounding than to lay on the literal ground. And so I made a little picnic for myself in my front yard, and I have my book and some snacks, and I got some like strawberry lemonade sparkling drink from Trader Joe's, and it's very good. And so I'm just kind of like treating myself today, taking it easy, making Ted do everything. Changed into comfy clothes. This is just practicing some self-care. I'm so afraid to go on this trip. I'm so excited to go because like I had so much fun last year. It's so relaxing. Like there's a pool, there's a hot tub, we're like just like a quick walk to the beach. There's a hammock. Like it's like all the things I could want to like relax and just like, you know what I mean? Like not a care in the world. There's no, like, it's not the kind of vacation where there's like plans and running around. Like we're all just relaxing, spending time with each other, and it's just like my most ideal relaxing vacation. And I truly had like such a good time last year, and so I'm really excited. But with all of the anxiety I've been having, I'm really nervous because it's already hard for me to travel. And I always do get anticipatory anxiety, but because I've had just like generalized anxiety for the past few weeks, now that on top of that, of the anticipatory travel anxiety, is just making it so much harder. Like the fact that I like barely could leave the house yesterday to go run errands. I'm like, how am I gonna get on a plane right now? But I just gotta do it, put one foot in front of the other. And luckily we won't be, this has just been like a busy kind of like few weeks, and then we're not going to be going anywhere until September. So I get to just kind of hunker down and get back into my routine. I always think of it like, I obsess over like the whole travel instead of just taking it one step at a time. Like the day of, it's like all you got to do is wake up, get dressed, go out to the Uber, right? You know, and then it's like, then once you're there, it's just one step at a time. But I think of the whole picture. Like I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to go to the Uber, and then we're gonna get to the airport and go through security, and then get to the gate, and then we're gonna get on the plane, and then at the plane, and then we land, and then we have a connecting flight, and then once we land in, you know, Norfolk, then we have to go to the rental car, and then we have to drive 2 hours to a house in the Outer Banks. And it's like, I think of the whole thing, and it just overwhelms me. And it's like, why wouldn't it? But when you do things like one step at a time, it's like, okay, what's next? This. Okay, do that. It's just so much more manageable. And it's never as bad as I imagine it in my head. Because you're not doing it all at once. You're doing it one after the other. But when I think about it, I think of it all at once, and it overwhelms me. But I'm excited. I'm just trying to focus on that. It's going to be relaxing. I'm going to be with Ted, who's been traveling so much this month, and I haven't seen him very much. I get to spend time with family. I'll get to read a lot, take a little nap on the beach. You know what's great is like if I'm having like intense anxiety like I was yesterday, I can go jump in the pool. You know? Nothing like a shock to the system like jumping into a pool. Jump in the ocean, get hit by a wave. You know? A lot of good things there to help me like reset. There's freaking ants everywhere. And I'm trying not to care, but I'm like, get off of me. Another thing to be grateful of, remember when I planted a bunch of wildflower seeds in my garden in the front? Well, I haven't given you an update in a while because there was not much to update because they have sprouted. But the same deal with my vegetables. A lot of birds eat the seeds and the little seedlings, so you can see like I planted them everywhere, but only like certain ones sprouted up because they were getting eaten. So I just planted some more seeds like everywhere. So hopefully I can kind of fill it out. But look, we got a couple blooms. This is a poppy. They like close up at the end of the day, but they like open up really pretty. I don't know what these are. It was like a native wildflower mix, but look at that one. So they're starting to bloom and it's so exciting. I can't wait till it's just like covered in wildflowers. It's gonna be so nice. And I planted some giant, these are sunflowers, like the giant ones. And I'm like, oh my God, will they grow all up the house? I have no idea, but it'll be fun to find out. Yeah, so that's my, let's call it day and a half of my life. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I appreciate you for watching. And I'll see you in my next video.